Welcome everyone, this will be a gameplay overview for Battletech. Harebrained Schemes and Paradox have combined, the developer and the publisher respectively, to make a fantastic game is the bottom line. I almost started with the cinematic, which opens with the game, which I highly recommend. Even you can see the background here it's very cinematic, and I think that there's such great attention to detail. And especially in a time when a lot of games are coming out half finished, and even a lot of good Paradox games have come out with some bugs still attached. But this, I would say, is only balancing issues remain. I haven't encountered any like graphical or bugs or anything like this. There's probably some in there, but I haven't encountered any in maybe, let's say, 20 hours or so of gameplay. So what I want to do in this video is showcase for you a little bit of my campaign. Now, I'm not too far in. I'm not going to mention anything about the story. We're just going to accept a normal generic contract, go through the mission, and in the course of all this you'll be able to see a little bit about the contracts, and basically how I would describe this game is it's a new XCOM, and it has an added layer of depth to it because in XCOM you usually only have like one or two options for guns. Usually you have different skills available, but with the mechs you have this balancing issue of heat versus guns, and that's it's very interesting. I think it adds a layer of complexity that can be fun to, well, I mean, it's frustrating when you overheat, but it is a tactical layer that's added on top of what XCOM does. And XCOM does it, I should say, when I'm comparing this game to XCOM, that's really with the highest praise, because the original XCOM, I haven't played XCOM 2 because I'm still on XCOM The Longest War. It is truly the longest war. I've probably put 60 or 80 hours into a single campaign, and I don't know how far away I am to completing it, but still far. Anyway, so what you can see here is I have an injured pilot, I have a mech which is being repaired, and I have a financial report. Every month you have a financial report which comes due. You can see from your finances situation what exactly you'll be expected to pay. And you can shelve, or I forget what the store mechs to reduce your cost. I like to have 6 active. So we're paying 4 pilots besides myself. Tortuga is definitely one of the pilots, but I don't have to pay myself. So, I mean, I don't know how that works. I guess I don't care. Anyway, so let's go to the contracts in the command center, and let's take this mission here, which is a 2-skull. This might even be the first 2-skull mission I've done, but since it's on the planet, I mean, basically we'll be skipping a little bit of how things go, because ordinarily if you have a mission that's on a different planet, you have to travel there, but that's just like a really minor added layer for the game. It gives you days, basically while you're in transition. You know, pilots will heal, mechs will be repaired. I actually want to take a look at my MechWarriors before we get into this. So anyways, I was saying it's like XCOM because you have the same balance of funds. You're doing these, I mean, you're a mercenary. Always my favorite previous MechWarrior games were those where you're a mercenary, and this, you're a mercenary. So it seems like they picked up on the excitement of that. The person I want is not myself, although, hey, I almost have enough experience for yet another gunnery skill. I want Medusa, who's going to have... Oh, well, he can't do anything anyways. Okay, fine. He's my backup pilot, and you can see that the reason why he's my backup pilot is he's not used at all. He doesn't have any experience, so we'll bring him in for this one, though, which might add a little bit of difficulty to an already difficult contract, but we'll try to make it work anyway. So once you negotiate contracts, you have basically a triangle of different things you can do. You can take more payment or less payment, more salvage or less salvage, and these things are, you know, in a triangle. You can choose one or the other, and I say triangle because if you choose this and then you're like, I don't need that, any leftover between this, so I mean, this should sum to 4. If it sums to 3 or 2, all the remaining will go into rep bonus, which means that you'll become more famous. but I don't usually use rep bonus because I'm trying to keep an outfit just above water here. Actually, I'm not doing too bad on money. I shouldn't complain too much, and I have a ton of stuff. There's no store here, but I have a ton of stuff I could actually sell if push came to shove. So let's see. For a mission where I'm going to take on a heavy mech, but we're getting paid like 120 per click. I think that's going to be worth it. Normally the parts you get are around 50 to 100, but if you get mech parts, those are worth a little bit more. But since I can only choose one mech part, this is how many I choose, and this is how many will be. Basically, it's just randomly given to me after that. So since I prefer this number higher, since I'm only going to choose one, chances of me getting more than one mech part pretty small. So we'll sacrifice 2 salvage items for a little bit of extra money. Anyways, let's accept that. We have some people here. Medusa will join. We'll take over the Jenner that previously Decker was injured in. Actually, I do have a Gentaro. Is this outfitted? I don't think so. I think that's a new mech. I have no idea. We'll just go with the ones I'm already used to. And there's a real danger of this video going on too long. I want to make this kind of a 20-minute gameplay overview. So you see already there's the strategic level where you manage your mechs. You can swap them in and out. I didn't show that, but at the mech bay you can choose which different weapons you want to put on each different mech. You saw the MechWarriors, you can level them up. There's a bit of experience there, and obviously the main part of the game is the actual battle itself, so that we'll be getting into that. And there's different biomes. We're going into a desert biome, I think. My mechs are, I don't think any of them run that hot, so I'm kind of geared for, I'm probably best off in like a Badlands type situation, which has some small effect on your heatsink. The desert, no, the desert's 85 as well, I think. Let's just take a look at the modifier.
Command interface initiated.
Actually, I have no idea how loud this is. It might be too loud to me. I wanted to leave it up. Like I said, I was planning on playing the opening cinematic for you. I think that opening cinematic is so good. So you'll have silence here for a second. Oh, now we're back. Okay, good. So this is, again, it's very much like, I don't know. The comparison to XCOM, I think, is impossible to avoid. So it is very much like XCOM. You can rotate the map. You can look around. You can hold Alt to see the different terrain, and height does give you an advantage. So this is a mission where we're going in against one heavy mech, and we're likely going to be ambushed by secondaries. So I think the best way to approach this situation, in my opinion, is just to go after the secondaries. We'll try to find a place where we think they might be hiding. It's either going to be left or right, and honestly, I don't think we can squeeze by that easily, but there's a lot of open terrain to our right. So our move is going to be, well, there's not that much, but there's more. So let's go ahead and slip over to the right-hand side. This is gonna, now I can see where my radar range is. I do not want to actually come in contact with that guy. Let's go here, and we'll move everyone else up. The sprint phase, you can go twice as far.
Roger that.
And this is my scouty guy, so he can definitely move pretty far.
Location confirmed.
So we're just going to push up this right-hand side until we get some kind of mech, well, heat signature, radar contact, I should say. I doubt the enemy's going to move. So if you were to go back and pause the video, if you haven't seen Battletech yet, I mean, basically there's a lot of people who are doing Battletech because it is a good, really good game. So if you're interested in getting it, if you're on the fence at all, I would say get it. Especially if you are one of those individuals who really likes XCOM, or yeah,
Commander.
you know what, I'm just gonna sprint. Normally I try to like move and brace, but for the sake of making this video a little bit shorter, let's just sprint to our destination. Is this gonna work? Let's go here, and let's go here.
I copy.
So yeah, if you enjoyed XCOM and you at all have any kind of affection for the Battletech universe, this is definitely the game for you. I see a lot of... I don't know how about replayability, but the campaign itself is massive. So what I've heard is it takes quite a long time to get through the campaign. It's kind of XCOM-like in this sense. Okay, stop with the comparisons. I can just hear people.
What can I do for you?
We get it. But that's
Yes,
it's
Commander.
really, like, I don't have much more to say even than just to tell you. This game is a lot
On my
like
way.
XCOM. And again, that's not a bad thing at all, so... No heat signatures yet, huh? Or
On my
radar
way.
contacts, I should say.
On my way.
We'll just keep pushing down until we find something. I will circle around the heavy mech if I have to. We're pretty close to him, but... Yeah, the last time I was in one of these missions, there was a bridge, and I just went right to it, and the enemy mechs were on the bridge, and it all made sense. But I don't want to get too close, because if my blue goes inside that, it will trigger the trap. And I'd like to trigger, basically, the... just blowing through a building. I'd like to trigger the
Moving out.
like reaction force before I trigger. I'm gonna have to use jump jets if I get myself caught on a ridge. So everyone's moved except for you. Yeah. So we won't move too far just because. Let's keep these guys together. The Jenner, he's a light mech, so he can move a lot farther. No sign of him. We are pretty close to the big mech. If we do find these guys, I bet they're off over here. Like, I mean, look, the edge of the map this way is pretty far. Probably another indicator that they're probably that way. So we'll just keep steaming ahead. I mean, the further away we can get from.
I'm picking up a new sensor trace. Looks like enemy reinforcements.
Just kidding. There they are. Okay, so this is our last turn before we have enemy contacts, basically. My pilot, which should be Tortuga. Testudo's the name I give my characters when it's a test game. So this is exactly a test game. It's not my channel content, or, you know, basically it's something when I'm trying something out. So this is my trial, but his name is Tortuga, or his... I guess I got it wrong. Huh. Anyway, but yeah, you can give your person a call sign. That's been the tradition of the MechWarrior series, so it's kind of tough call what to do here. The forest, you can see the green dots, gives us a slight cover bonus, 25% reduction of damage. You know, we didn't really push far enough away from this guy. He's going to be in range almost right away, so that's a bit unfortunate. And Behemoth, Shadowhawk here, in her Shadowhawk, she actually has this bulwark, which means that if she stays in one place... So we'd like to get her to a place where she can just sit and fire. Does she have good visibility? We won't really know, but you know what? I'm going to hope that that's... Yeah, I think that's my... Well, this might be my best bet. Where's this guy? Directly ahead? Yeah, okay, then this is fine. Let's do this.
Copy that.
Hopefully that's a good enough spot for her for the rest of the... So when she doesn't move, she gets a 50% guarded bonus, which is great. Very good. So glitch, long range. What we kind of want to do with glitch is maybe move her back so that she can move back forward in the next... yeah, it's kind of bad though. If we do this, then we can move her forward. She's pretty far ahead. One chevron is better than zero, so we'll do this, and then we'll brace her. So even though she's not in the force, she's gonna get the full entrenchment bonus. And our Jenner, that's a tough call. Can sprint for 4 this way. I think I like that. Let's do this. We basically want a lot of chevrons on our scouty mech. Unfortunately, Medusa doesn't have sensor lock, which it's a pretty good skill to have if you ask me. Okay, so now we're gonna get into actual combat. Hooray! It's a locust. That's... Whoa! Took a few hits there. 2 points damage. I mean, you can. Our armor is around 100 on our medium mechs, for the center torso at least. That's where I expect we were hit. Okay, so you can see 84 out of 90, 78 out of 80. Not too much damage. Nothing to be too concerned about. I'm going to reserve my unit, which means leave them to the next round. We only see one here. They've already acted, so let's see if there's anybody else who's going to come into range. Then we can really choose our target. Interesting. I'm actually surprised they were able to get that many hits in against Tortuga, just because he had 4 chevrons, which is a lot. Yeah, so we'll want to push up this way to clear ourselves from the main mech, and that mech obviously didn't have enough. And we could reserve one more time. I believe that there's still one more mech. We want to see where the heavy goes. Basically, if the heavy moves first, which now it is, obviously, oh, there it is, then we know even if we put ourselves in range of that mech, we know that it's not going to do anything because it already acted this turn. Okay, so let's get to acting then. Usually you want your light mech to start off first. The reason why is it can start attacking something to start removing. Every time you shoot it, it removes one of the evasion charges, which is quite good. So we want to again move. I think we could just run this one. Yeah, we'll do this. We'll run this way, and those are terrible chances to hit, but we'll probably fire with the SRMs at least, and maybe 1 or 2 of the medium lasers, just because, yeah, two LRM-5s, that's why I said 10 missiles total at my poor character. We're just going to remove chevrons. If we get anything to hit, it'll be just a lucky break. So I want to start moving more away from that guy for sure. So let's just do this. 3 chevrons is not that much of evasion, but we'll be in the forest too, so we'll do this. That's not too much heat. We'll just fire all 3. 1 in 3 chance that, yep, they hit. So you fire 3, you expect more or less. My goodness, right leg was destroyed. Got quite lucky there, and knocked down the mech. So there's a mechanic for you. You can knock down mechs, which was, I think, when I was playing, in the first-person shooter game, it was more likely that you would not knock down mechs, but actually, usually you would force them to power down, or at least your mech often was forced to power down. Here's our behemoth, the one that I mentioned is not going to want to move. Looks like we're going to have to jump her one more time before she can be in a good enough position. So I will jump her on top of this rock, and then we'll try to get her in a nice cone so that she doesn't have to move after this. I think this should be good. And we are going to have a new mech exposed for us. This is a Jenner, okay, just like our own mech. I could do a called shot, but I would rather actually fire at our new incomer. In fact, we can't hit the new incomer with all of our weapons. So what I'll do instead is actually multi-target. I'll target the Jenner, and then anything else will fire at our locust on the ground there. So it already picked for me the 2 weapons I can fire on A, and the rest are going to B. This seems good to me. This is obviously a lot of chevrons, so this Jenner's tough to hit. 50% chance, but at least these missiles, there's 5 of them. We expect at least 2 to hit. Let's see how it goes.
I copy.
Got lucky with that. And 2 hit, 2 out of 5, so exactly what we expected. And a few more hits on the locust, which is on the ground. Good enough for me. Okay, glitch and testudo. Okay, so we can actually get into a place where we can see what that last mech is, but to me it's not going to be necessary. I think we just close. We have a nice AC5, which is a fantastic weapon. 70%. Of course, we do have our morale at 72, and how much is it? Precision strike takes 20. So this, if it's above 50%, so 51 or higher, it might, yeah, when above 50%, you can see here on the left, all MechWarriors will have slightly increased combat prowess. Basically, it's 1 accuracy, I think, which is quite nice. But since we're at 70%, 72%, we can actually use the 20 and still be above 50. So that's really important.
I hear ya.
Do we want to spend it on Tortuga, or do we want to spend it on maybe Glitch? I think we're going to want to spend it on Tortuga. 45%. Yikes. I mean, we can probably kill this locust on the ground, which is, I mean, it's going to get up next turn. It's going to cause us more problems. I think what we'll do is fire our missiles, our LRM-5s at this, and fire the rest at this. Maybe not even our PPC. And then we'll prepare for this heavy mech, whatever it is.
You betcha.
It seems like the best bet to me. I'm not sure. Let's see how much... okay, that's not too much heat. What the desert is... Yeah, it's 85. That's not too bad. Okay. So let's switch our LRM-5 over. This PPC and medium layers should kill. Actually, with a 90% chance, I'm going to kind of rely on even 2 shots killing it. It's a little bit risky. If they don't, I'll probably regret it, but let's just go for it.
Uh-huh.
There it is. And I unlocked achievement. You can't see, but just getting started. Don't know why that is. And that's just to reduce the evasion. I mean, mainly. So, did 2 points of damage or something. Really not going to win the war with just that, but more importantly, that has helped. Ooh, look at our AC5 is now at 80%. And that'll go a little bit higher once we... maybe I'll jump because this will make my evasion a little bit more. And I'll try to keep away from the other mech. So I'll do something like this. I think this is worth it. Actually, this went 70, 65, 60. Interesting. But if I was here, it was 80, 55, 50. So I'm probably... I mean, I can show this. I'm in this gray zone is the best for my medium lasers, but probably the AC5 functions better beyond that. And this is... yeah, so if I get any closer, now the AC5... 70% chance, but I think we can do this because when we use precision strike, we'll get 80% back, and we'll have a lot of chances to hit. It's tough. 85%. Wow, let's do that. Let's do this. I may not even fire all my lasers. I may just take it. Oh, we have another contact. Okay, this is a locust. LRM-5s. Well, what do we have? 85. I mean, I just spent all this time wearing down this Jenner, but honestly, this doesn't have the guarded one, so that means it won't have this 25%. Oh, this is 50%. So it must have braced itself, which means that, yeah, we probably do want to fire at this Locust instead. And there's no difference. They're both at 2 anyway, so we'll do more damage over here. Let's go ahead and do precision strike. Maybe we can just take it out directly. Where are its missiles? LRMs are in the arms. Okay, so let's aim for... I mean, there's no armor on this thing. We're just going to kill it, I think, outright. Let's just aim for the center torso. We'll probably end up killing it directly. In fact, I might even want to do a multi-fire, but no, we'll just go for it.
All weapons committed.
There it is. Got it. Just as I expected. A little bit overkill on the medium lasers. I meant to take a few off, but that's okay. We had a good chance to hit, so. And that means that even though we used up a bit of morale, we should be just fine back. It's going to get some high ground on us. A little bit of invasion, and launch its ordnance at Tortuga once again. So this is Battletech. This is how the maps go. It's use terrain to your advantage when you can, and try to manage your heat. It's pretty simple. I don't want to drag on this video. Maybe I'll try to speed up, and even if I take some armor damage, I usually try to finish my missions without taking any armor damage, believe it or not. But let's reserve until the big guy goes.
Confirmed.
That's the one that scares me. Okay, very good. Let's go now. Let's try to do this quickly, even if I take some armor damage, just because I want to try to... That looks fantastic to me. We're just going to do it. That's amazing. Look at this. It's amazing. It's going to use a lot of heat. Let's drop off the 285s. And just fire. So left arm was destroyed. Left torso was destroyed. Pilot's always injured if you destroy one of the torsos, including the center torso.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Now, presumably Behemoth doesn't have to move to hit. Yeah, that's right. So we'll do this. In fact, we'll probably do a multi-fire, because we can hit the one behind it, which is a commando. You know what? Is it worth it, or should we just take out the Jenner? I think what we'll do is just take out the Jenner with a attack. By the way, is my morale's above 50%. That's good. We can't even fire 2 of our weapons, but with the AC-5 and the LRM-5, we might just straight up destroy the Jenner in this volley. We can't use our other ones. Can't use our other ordnance anyway. So let's just fire. Oh wow, I would have expected that to kill it. Okay. Okay.
What can I do for you?
Glitch can probably get the job done. And if we stand, here's the tactical stuff. If we stand on this side, probably we can avoid being shot at. Not that Glitch really minds, but yeah, this will be surely the death of this thing.
Commander. Moving out.
90% chance to hit with the PPC if I read that correctly. So I think we might do a multi-fire on this one. And fire the LRM, because this thing has got to be almost dead, right? Okay, cancel, just so I can see what this is. Oh gosh, it's so close to dead. We probably, how much do these missiles do? 4 each, and you get 5, so they'd all have to hit. No, wait. 3 would have to hit. 3 of the 5 would have to hit the center torso to give us the kill there. Otherwise, yeah, I mean, what am I thinking? I gotta fire the LRM at the other one, so let's just hope the PPC does its job. And we'll see how this goes.
Got it.
Oh! 90% chance it missed. Well, these things happen. I don't usually get that unlucky in this game. I've had pretty good success, so I'm not going to complain. And we'll probably get it done here. 70, 60. Yeah, no point in jumping if it's not going to give us any benefit. We'll just do this, and hopefully one of these missiles, lasers, whatever, will hit the center torso. Any of them hits, it's a dead Jenner, so let's go for it. There we go. That's gotta be it. No? Wow. Okay, well, lives to fight another day. Does some damage. It's dead now, for sure, but the problem is now we have to waste another turn killing it. And you can see based on our objectives, 50%, so we're almost done. Do we want to move this one? Could just kill it outright. Let's reserve. See what the commando's gonna do. Probably go after Tortuga. Well, it's moving close enough. It might go after my Jenner. They really dislike my pilot. And I'm okay with that for now. Now, I think what I will do is move Tortuga, because he's lost all his evasion anyway. So I'd like to just go down here. Go here. Oh, look at that. Perfect. So we can definitely kill the Jenner. Let's just get that done. And then we probably won't be able to be targeted by the other one, since Tortuga's being picked on already. Let's just, first of all, let's take advantage of multi-fire here, I think. Just to remove, even just with one laser, let's get, overheat if we do this many. So what if we do, God, this has got to kill it. So I want to fire one laser at least at the commando to start wearing down the chevrons. Again, that's the whole point, just slowly wear down their evasion. So let's do 2 here, hopefully that kills it. It did. And then 1 fire here just to wear down the evasion. Yeah, perfect. We even exposed its structure, so even better. Did some damage. And here comes a Hunchback. The Hunchback is a mighty, mighty painful mech. Jeez, that is going to do some serious damage if we aren't careful. Luckily, it didn't get close enough. I think it has an AC 20. God, I'm scared to even find out. Oh, this is the medium laser variety. Okay. Well, I think that's
hear ya.
lucky. Medium lasers are extremely good. Somebody was talking about how they're actually the best gun in the game right now, which is kind of sad. But do we start laying into the Hunchback? Hunchback of Notre Dame. I think we do. So we probably fire both our... I think we actually fire our entire ordnance at the Hunchback, except for one laser, the top one it looks like, has a 60% chance. So we'll use that one.
Coordinates
In
received.
fact, we might use one medium laser against... I don't... So let's see. I think we'll not use this one at all. And we'll just use one there. Actually, we have... No, I mean, we're not going to have a PPC next turn if we do that. So let's just fire it as we have here. 2, the PPC and the LRM going there, and the 1 medium laser just to wear down the evasion again.
No problem.
Hit
I've
this
got
time.
enough
Come on,
guns for
glitch.
everyone.
Thank you. It's a perfect spot. Destroyed 1 medium laser already. And another hit. Very good. Lowered the evasion. That's the main thing. Now, Behemoth is going to have a...
Boss.
Probably going to end up doing the same thing. First of all, can you hit both from here? Yes. So we'll just have you... Okay, so AC5 will probably go there. I think the SRMs will go against this one, the Commando. Actually, the LRMs have an 80% chance. 85 there. Let's send the LRMs all at this one. Actually, maybe I should just get rid of this mech. What does it have? Yeah, so let's find out what is the best thing to do. 85%. I think we send the AC5 at this, and then 75, 65, 85. And everything else goes over to the Commando, because the AC5 is going to do some real damage, which I want on more the priority target. Something like this. I think this is good.
Affirmative.
Okay, please don't miss. Good. Something. And then finish this mech off, I hope. No, unfortunately. Okay, Medusa, this is
Standing by.
your moment then. If you go here, everything's 85. I think we do that. Okay, let's just do
Here we
that.
go.
And we'll go as far as we can. Actually, jumping further increases your heat more. I should not have maybe done that, but we will overheat. We'll have to remove one. So we'll remove one laser, and hopefully this kills it.
Locked on.
Wow. Well, we definitely did some damage, but unfortunately we didn't kill it. Now, the Jenner is actually a very weak mech. If this Hunchback wants to, it does have the chance to destroy my Jenner. Okay, they're going after Glitch now. Tortuga got out of the way. That's fair. You can see we're moving on 33 minutes for this overview.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the people, I guess, who... Now, Glitch, we can get him out of the way. This is probably a good idea. Or... I don't know, actually. Well, we'll see if it was a mistake or not. This Hunchback obviously has pretty light armor, so... it is going after me. Why is it only firing one laser? It might be waiting to get really close and then just do an alpha strike, meaning everything it has left. But it's not going to make it, frankly. Okay, so let's have our mech, which is not moving, do the same thing again. LRMs are a problem. And I bet you if we move back a little bit, we can do LRMs 85, where we are now. What is it? 8590. And this is 8575, but the medium laser can go here. It's 70 versus 90. I need to angle in such a way where the medium laser, the LRMs actually do more damage there. Okay. So I could fire the medium laser at this guy, 90% chance, and I can fire everything else at that. I won't have a bonus, but this guy hasn't been shot at really, so we're okay with that. Whoa. That's some kind of accident. 80, 90, 575, 80, 90. 65 versus 80. So we send the SRMs that way, and we send that. Yeah. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna send the AC and the LRM towards the Hunchback. We're gonna do this,
Affirmative.
and we send everything else, the small ordnance, towards the Commando. Could be getting double kill right here. Okay, so you, and we fire.
Multiple targets confirmed.
Nice, destroyed. That's a lot. I think the right torso is where all those medium lasers are. So there's the other mech, down for the count. Some kind of cinematic zooming in. By the way, I've disabled some of the cinematic stuff just because it speeds up the game a little bit, not to always be looking at stuff. So let's just move. We're gonna just go right at this guy. Hopefully by running instead of jump jetting, we'll conserve a little bit of heat. So what can we fire at you? Not even this many. We'll take down one more and we'll fire everything else we can. Okay, 45, 25. This thing doesn't have much left. I think we've killed all the medium lasers, right? Yeah, it has 2 lasers left. Let's just make sure that we're... Yeah, this is fine. Just stay right where you are and fire immediately. In fact, we can use a precision strike. Hit the center torso if you can. Don't overheat though. This should kill it. There it is! Mission accomplished. So I can show you briefly the end of the mission, what the screen looks like. Now, in the back of my head I had the idea to actually do a Let's Play series on this because the game is really good. It would take forever though, because the campaign is very long. It'd be as long as my Rule the Wave series, and I don't know if this game has that kind of traction for my channel. Okay, good, so we get our money, get some reputation, where our mercenary review board rating goes up. Just shows that we didn't lose any armor. This is all perfect. And this is how I normally conduct my missions, to perfection. Now I have one at, these are the ones that really have high value, like Commando, this is 800,000. If I wanted to, the Hunchback, which is the one I'm going to take, I'm sure, 2 million for that. So you can see getting that one selection is huge. The question is, what else will they give us? Because I'm going to confirm this, and you can also choose weapons, but you can see the value of these. 140,000 for the large laser. Pretty good. I mean, in this mission, it turns out, obviously, this is almost always the case, I would have been much better putting the contract up by a bar even, not dropping it down, but dropping the other one down so that I had more salvage and less pay. But I didn't do that, so let's see. And they did not give us anything useful. Screw you guys, but that's okay. Still got the thing we wanted, the Hunchback. The other mech parts, I don't think those are mechs I was going to use. I don't even know. Like the Commando could be useful, but I don't need another Jenner. I would only run one at a time, or maybe it would be nice to have 2 so that if one gets damaged. But okay, so anyways, financial report comes due. This is also something that happens every month. This is the perfect episode. You get a little taste of everything in the game. So things are going to cost money, and we can choose in our next screen. This is how much we paid because I was actually financing them extravagantly. Now I can choose what I want to pay next month. The reason why you choose more is if you want the morale to go up. Like I wanted the morale to go up because this is basically your starting morale for all the fights. My idea was it's probably going to be less expensive in terms of monthly cost. Surely it is. Now, the later you go, the more people you collect, the more mechs you have, the more expensive it's going to be to increase the morale. So I figured I'd just get it over with, get this thing up to like, you know, it's out of 50, and then this doubles when you go in. So we start with right now 58% morale, which is good. I was thinking of getting it up to like 35 or so. So let's continue to do extravagant, especially because I have the money to do it right now. So. Okay, very good. So that's going to conclude this overview. I hope you like this game because, actually, I shouldn't say I hope you like this game. I hope you enjoyed this overview, or it was informative, and you hopefully were able to suss out whether you would like the game from this little gameplay. And I really enjoy this game. I would say that if you're looking for a recommendation or thumbs up, thumbs down from me, I give it 2 thumbs up. I also really enjoyed XCOM, so just to complete the loop, let's go back and reference XCOM yet again. It's like XCOM, but with mechs. So, and it kind of triggers a lot of nostalgia for me as well, because I was into Battletech when I was a kid. But I think that even if you don't have any interest in Battletech, it's an interesting game. And if you do, then all the more reason to get it. So that's going to be it. Thanks for watching. If you did make it this far in the video, if you wouldn't mind giving a thumbs up for this one, just because it's an overview, a one-off video. And other than that, if you have any comments about whether you'd like to see this as a short series on the channel, a long series, let me know. I don't think it'll go on the series on the channel, but well, I wanted to at least do this video because I had a lot of fun with it so far. Okay, so thanks for watching, and until the next video you catch of mine, take care.